Graduates and guests, I'd like to next introduce our 2016 student speaker, Calvin Brice. Calvin has been very active on campus, which you've seen and heard already, serving as Vice-President of the Student Government Association, President of the Philosophy Club, Secretary of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, Co-Vice-President of the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Club, and President of the New Running Club on campus. He is also the campus representative to the UW System Student Representatives, which represents over 180,000 students in the UW System. Please welcome Calvin Brice.
I'm deeply honored to be speaking here to you guys tonight. It feels like only yesterday when I first walked into this school for a tour of the campus. It didn't take me long to figure out that this was where I wanted to attend for the next 2 years. Now I can look back and see what a wonderful decision that I had made. Suppose for a second that hypothetically I hadn't attended UW-Washington County. I never would have met all of the amazing people here who make it such a wonderful place. I never would have had the opportunity to become as involved in extracurricular activities while still being able to focus on my studies. I never would have been able to spend as much time with my family, but because I chose to come here, I firmly believe that not only was I able to receive an education which was beyond any that I could have received elsewhere, but I was also able to develop and grow in ways that never otherwise would have been possible. Now, I would love for this to be a speech that you remember. Do I want you to remember it because I mentioned the time I asked for permission to bring radioactive materials to school? Yeah, that really happened, and it was awesome. There was also the time when I was playing volleyball over the summer with faculty, and I served a volleyball, and of all people, it ended up hitting the dean in the back. Not my brightest moment. I'm surprised that I'm even allowed to be anywhere near a volleyball after that. I could go on about the things that have happened while I was here, but the truth is, I want you to remember this speech tonight, because this is a night worth remembering for your accomplishments. You are here tonight to receive a degree or accept a scholarship or an award. You have every right to walk across the stage and say, I worked long and hard. I put in the effort, I gave it my all, and I achieved success, because you have earned it. I would like to take the time now to talk about an integral part of the University of Wisconsin, which is known as the Wisconsin Idea. The Wisconsin Idea has been a founding part of our institutional system of higher education. In essence, it represents the united efforts of the University of Wisconsin to reach every household in the state for the betterment of the people as a whole. It is the idea that education should involve people's lives beyond the boundaries of a classroom. In fact, the Wisconsin Idea was so important and revolutionary that Theodore Roosevelt described it over 100 years ago with the words, sane radicalism. He also stated that the American people have made up their minds that there is to be a change for the better in their political, their social, and their economic conditions. And Wisconsin has achieved a really remarkable success along each and every one of those lines of difficult endeavor. These are amazing words. I hope that they can inspire and remind us of the true purpose of why we are here tonight. We are here not only to receive an education for ourselves, but also to benefit those who are not within the walls of the university. I would like to challenge you all to uphold the Wisconsin Idea and to fulfill the vision that it contains. I also have a few simple things that I have learned while here at UW-Washington County that I would like to share with you. The first is, fail so that you can learn. This was hard for me. I'm a perfectionist by nature, and I like to make sure that everything is just right. But sometimes, the best way to learn is to make a mistake. In chemistry or physics lab, there would be times when an experiment wasn't producing desired results, so I would go and ask questions as to why. When it came time for an exam or a quiz, it was the answer to those mistakes that I remembered best. Another piece of advice I would like to share is, persevere so that you can succeed. If you never quit, eventually you will accomplish anything that you set your mind to. Impossible is just a word that people created in order not to try. Impossible is landing a person on the moon, but we already did that. Thomas Edison once said, many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Another thing I would like to remind you of is to treat everyone as special. This one should go without saying, but so many overlook this. We all have something special to offer this world, and it's up to us as individuals to make sure that these wonderful gifts are discovered in those around us. It could be as simple as helping out a student who is struggling through a problem so that they are able to achieve success. I can think back on so many times when someone has lent me a helping hand and made all of the difference between failure and success. In closing, I would like to thank all of the amazing people who have helped me to get to where I am today. If I have achieved great things, it is because, to quote Sir Isaac Newton, I have stood upon the shoulders of giants. These giants took the forms of my teachers, who were so willing to encourage my endeavors, my family, who supported me, my friends, who were there for me when I needed them, and lastly, I would like to mention my faith in Christ, which has guided my actions and impacted my life in ways beyond comprehension. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Calvin. We are now pleased and honored to have our convocation speaker, Prudence